ਯਾਰ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਕਰੀਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਇੱਦਾਂ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਧੱਕਾ ਮਾਰੀਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਮੰਨਿਆ 3 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਤੱਕ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ, ਪਰ ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਧੱਕੇ ਮਾਰੋਗੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਬੈਕ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਹੋ, ਵਨ ਐਂਡ ਓਨਲੀ ਯੂਥ ਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਪਲੇਟਫਾਰਮ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਹੋ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਯੂਥ ਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਹੋ, ਨੋ। ਸੋ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਬੈਕ ਅਗੇਨ ਵਿਦ ਆਰ ਅਨਦਰ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ। ਕਾਫੀ ਚਿਰ ਬਾਅਦ ਬਾਗੇ ਬੋਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਮੈਂ, मतलब काफी चिर बाद जाके मैं बोलना पाया, मैं ये बोल लिया मैं। Now we are back again, back on the track। अपने लिए पूरी ट्राई होएगी to bring some new stuffs for you all। मामा बस ਅੱਜ ਆਪਾਂ ਜੋ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਮੈਸਿਵ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੈ। ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਮੈਸਿਵ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਕਦੇ ਛੋਟੀ ਮੋਟੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਨਹੀਂ। So yeah, Humz X Youth Nation। So I came across this creator a few months ago। Humz, he's one of the best creator till now जिन्होंने ਨਾਲ मैं interact ਕੀਤਾ, and he was listed as top 10 creators of Instagram, like creators of the week। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਕ Instagram ਦਾ ਚਲਾਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਕੰਮ ਹੈ, ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ। So creators of the week ਦੇ ਲਿਸਟ ਵਿੱਚ top 10 ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਰੈਂਕ ਕਰਨਾ, it's a huge thing। obviously Instagram ਨੇ officially ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਅਨਾਉਂਸ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ, ऑफिशियल लिस्ट कड्डी सी जिहदे अंदर टॉप 10 क्रिएटर्स दे अंदर ये सीगे। सो लेट्स गो, एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर होणगे बहुत ज़्यादा, एंड दस्सिया जाएगा कि हाउ यू कैन ओवरकम द सिचुएशंस जिहड़े कि तुसीं सोचदे हो कि कदे तुसीं ओवरकम कर ही नहीं पाओगे। सो नथिंग इज़ परमानेंट, नथिंग इज़ परमानेंट, चाहे वो खुशी हो जाए गमी होगी। सो यू हैव टू बी स्ट्रॉन्ग, यू हैव टू बी रियली केयरफुल what you are doing, and just stay strong and do whatever you want to do। listen to your heart and just keep pushing yourself। ਤੇ ਚਲਦੇ ਆ ਮੈਨਚੈਸਟਰ ਐਕਸ ਪੰਜਾਬ, let's go।
It's grind season, homie। It's not about today, it's about the future।
How was your day today?
Good day. My day has just started, bro. My day has just started. It's only 1:30 p.m. So yeah, so far so good, and now even better now you're here।
Thank you so much, and my day is just about to end, and thank you so much for being here, because for making my day a memorable day।
Oh, love that, bro. Love that।
I will talk about the meaning of this name. Tell me the meaning of this name।
Okay, my name, right? Well, my real name is Hamza। That's my real name।
Okay।
So but it's spelled Hamza। That's my real name. However,
Okay.
when I was growing up, my friends just started calling me Humzy, and then that became my nickname from like a very young age. Humzy, that was my nickname for so long. And then when I knew for a while I wanted to be an artist, right? And I was trying to think of my artist name, so I was doing like Lil Humz, Young Humzy, like, you know, the standard ones। So I was trying to think, okay, which one shall I go with? And then I thought, oh, actually Humz on its own is very powerful। You know why it's powerful, bro? Because it's, you know, like in meditation, you say the sound, right? It's like it's a humming sound, and I'm a very spiritual guy। So when I realized, oh, my artist name sounds like a meditative chant, like Humz, you know, I was like, okay, I like that। And then also, to humming is a musical thing। You hum along, it's a musical thing, so it's perfect। Like Humz is my name, it also has the music in there, and it also has spirituality in there, bro, in this one syllable of one word, so it's perfect।
So we can say you are a spiritual artist।
yeah, for sure, man, for sure।
Kind of। I have gone through all the details about you, and I have said that from where, and now you are here, from where to at this point of time where you are। So it's a long journey for sure, because when I was reading it, I do feel motivated after reading that thing, because I thought a person who was completely different at a very young age, or in the past, let's say take it back to 5 years or maybe 10 years, after that he just jumped in, and in this creative field he won awards too, and he's now the most influential creator over there। So not even in a particular area, throughout the world। So how do you think, what made you change yourself, change you, and become motivational speaker or motivational creator to motivate people?
I think it was God was a huge part of it, because the way I see it is like I had so many wake-up calls, bro. So many really bad things would happen. Get in trouble with uni, failed university years, get in trouble with the police, money issues, everything chaos, family life chaos. But I still never learned. I never changed. And it's like, surely something would make me think, okay, now enough is enough. But bro, I kept going. I was in such a bad place that I refused to change until God said, this guy's not going to change. So what am I going to do? I'm going to force change by COVID came around. Lockdown came around.
Okay.
And that is what forced me. The clubs closed, so there was no partying anymore. No one could party. No one could see each other. I had to get sent home from university to my family home. There was nothing to do because the big problem for me was partying. And because I was so depressed in a low mode, I only wanted to distract myself. Alcohol and drugs. I wanted to distract myself all the time, right? Okay. So obviously God knew that I wouldn't be able to pull myself out. So for me, the way I see it is, lockdown came and I was forced to really face all of these demons that I had. And then there was a light bulb moment, bro. It was a light bulb moment of just realizing that I've hurt a lot of people. My family, I've put them through a lot. And then I found a book which was just so powerful. I'd never read a book before this book. And it taught me how to do meditation, spirituality, and it started to change. And then as well, another thing, on that journey, I had my heart broken. I had my heart broken very badly. And it was a combination of this pain, but also this love. It was both together. The love for my family and the pain from this heartbreak. Combine them two, it turns you into an animal, bro. And that was it.
Exactly. Totally agree with you. Heartbreak is something that someone can't bear.
I know, bro. Sometimes I think it's been a long time since I had my heart broken and I get complacent. So I almost want to be heartbroken again because I know that's where I do my best work. I make my best music. I have my most drive, my most motivation when I'm heartbroken. So I'm even asking for it sometimes.
Wow. Your creative field, your creative journey, the whole journey, it depicts in that particular track, So how do you had a idea in your mind that I should do a track and I should do a song in such a way that people do whatever they want to do in their life? Because you were a creator, I think. You were a creator, and from creator to an artist, it's a completely different journey. So what was the idea behind that?
Okay, it's a good question, bro, because the truth is that I'm an artist before I was a creator. I'm an artist first. And that was always my number one goal, bro. When I started making TikToks now, it's been just over 2 years, right? The reason why I started posting on TikTok was because I knew that my goal is to be a worldwide artist, bro. I want to be a touring artist. So I've been writing music since I was a baby, bro. Since I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, writing bars. I always...
What?
Yeah, and I still have the songs, bro. I still have the songs that I first ever wrote. So for me, that is what I always wanted. I always saw myself performing on stage and being a musician. So when TikTok first exploded, when everyone's going viral, it was 2 years ago now, just over. And I was like, okay, if I want to be a musician, I need to be on TikTok. I saw it early and I was like, if I want to be a musician, everyone wants to be a musician, bro. Everyone wants to be a rock star. Like,
exactly.
You know, it's very competitive.
Right.
So I knew I need to have the fan base. I need to have the fan base first. So I built this fan base, bro, for 2 years until the moment came where it was right, where my music was good enough and my music values aligned with everything I spoke about. So this was important as well, on purpose. You know, like I'm mainly known for taking ice baths, okay? But you don't watch an ice bath guy and then you don't want to listen to his song. The two don't, it's hard to link them two things, link them two worlds. So over time, I'm feeding in music more and more. Over time, I'm getting the audience ready for, okay, I put a little bit of fashion, a bit more, talk more about music that I like, maybe do a few funny freestyles while I'm taking the ice bath. It's always on purpose marketing, you know, it has to make sense. And then in recent times, it all just aligned where it felt right in here. And I did a poll on my Instagram and I teased the song, and the song was ready, and the marketing plans involved ice baths, involved motivation, and it all, to be honest, bro, like you said, the song is just like a piece of my content. It's like an extension of everything I talk about, you know. It's part of me.
And actually, I love the way you explain this whole thing, because you used TikTok, you used social media for being an artist, and you like build the fan base over there. Slightly, you just kept on adding different things in it, like from ice buckets to something more that people are not expecting that thing, but a little, not that much. Because usually we can see that if a creator is doing, let's take an example of myself. I was doing reactions in the past, let's say 2 or 3 years. I was doing reviews on music. So I see people changing very, very, really quickly. Their field is something different. They are uploading something different. Like usually, if I would say, some of my people who in my field only at that time, they were doing reactions too, and they were doing vlogs too, and even they were doing food vlogs too. I don't think that's like, it clashes in between. People, like, some of them are food vlogging fans, some of them are vlogs fans, some of them are reaction fan. Music field, vlogging field, it's a complete different journey. It's a complete different types. ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮੰਮਾ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਕੰਮਾਂ 'ਚ ਵਿਅਸਤ ਰੱਖਦੀ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੁਣ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਵਾਈਨ ਅਨਟੋਲਡ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਨੂੰ, ਪੋਡਕਾਸਟ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸੁਣੋ। ਮੰਮਾ ਹੋਰ ਦੱਸੋ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਯਾਰ? ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ। So I like the way you add this thing, because you just keep on adding small things in it and slowly build it up. You just not changed the complete idea.
Exactly.
I love that way.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's an interesting conversation point, because what you mentioned there, so many people go through, because you know, you might have a passion for food vlogging, but people change, bro. People change. Your passions change. Like, and then people
Exactly.
it's hard though. It's hard as a creative, because your soul desires something else, but the algorithm desires still the food vlogs, but your soul is telling you to do motivation now.
Completely
you know?
different.
But I knew, like, I don't care how long it's gonna take and what I need to do. I'm obsessed with marketing, bro. I love marketing, and I'm obsessed with the psychology of it. So I've been enjoying this process of like feeding it in little amounts and shaping them and getting the fan base ready. Another thing is, bro, it's like, I truly believe in my vision and what I speak about. It is so, like, my intention is so pure, bro. Like, I'm really out here trying to achieve the same thing in my content as I am my music. I'm trying to lift people up, like you said. Like, I want them to wake up, put the song on, and go attack the day. I want to lift people's spirits, raise the vibrations. I want people to tune in, create a better world. My music says that same thing as my content. So for me, I'm no longer seeing them as separate things. I'm seeing it, okay, am I adding to the global psyche? Am I improving the world? Am I changing the world with everything I create? Then it's all in the same realm. So I'd say that's a bit of advice for people as well. They're wanting to tackle different things. One way to see it is like, okay, is it still coming from a pure intention? Is it still authentic to you? Is it still authentic? Because that's what the audience cares about most, authenticity. There's so much content that people need. The very first step people need is like a real connection with you behind that camera. So you have to be talking about something.
Exactly, brother, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like it's not about the content you are providing to the audience, it's about the quality you are giving to them, and even the realness you are giving to them. You're reflecting in your videos, you are reflecting in your content, because usually people see that, okay, It's day one, I will post 3 videos a day. Day two, 2 videos. Day three, again three. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality work. What you are providing to the people, are they engaging with that content and they see the realness in it?
I know it's a tough one, but it's all about knowing yourself.
Yeah, and the audience don't want to watch it, honestly. Audience is so much clever right now in today's world. They know who is reflecting positivity, who is reflecting the real life, and who is
100%.
reflecting the fake
Everyone
life.
can feel it. It's an energy thing, but authenticity, you can feel that.
So, as you mentioned that you always want to become an artist, and you are an artist too. Tell me a dream project that you want to do. If you ever collabed with someone, what's your dream project?
Oh, bro, I've got so many. So the first one that came to mind, right?
तेरे पापे दा विआह जेड़ा इंटरमिशन करता है प्ले करे नु
And you will not expect this, is Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey. Wow.
Yeah. So that's the first artist that comes to mind. Like I said, I've got many, but I'll give a reasoning for Lana is because like her music gets me like my most emotional. So I feel like as an artist, she's got the most songs that have actually made me cry, like whilst listening. So I just imagine like being in the studio with her and like understanding where that pain comes from and how she's able to do that. I think I'll be able to learn a lot from her. And then also like I could just really imagine like me putting my pain in there and us.
So you made connection with her voice, with her songs.
Yeah. I'd love to. Bro, that would be a dream collab, both like on a powerful ballad, because a lot of it, no one has even seen the music, the variety of music I can make. You know what I mean? And there's a lot more singing and there's a lot more emotion and layers to it. So I'm excited to reveal that. But maybe there's a little tease, man. Lana Del Rey is like, that to me is like dream type music to be making, man.
Wow. So if I talk about Ice Bucket Challenge, what was the most easiest, we can say, or the most interesting one? And what was the most difficult one you did? Like in which location?
All right, so none of them are easy, bro. Like none of them are ever easy. Like I swear, bro. Like every time, like today, I have to make a video, an ice bath video later. But I'm all day I've been making excuses. All day I'm making excuses. I'm putting it off. I'm like, oh, shall I do it after this interview, or shall I do it before? Like, oh, maybe I'll do it later because I'm scared, bro. I'm scared every time. Like honestly, every single time I'm like, oh no, because we're brown, bro. We're brown. We're not made for that. You know what I mean? I'm a Desi boy, so it's like I'm really not made for the cold, but that's why it's so beneficial. And then the most difficult one, I would say maybe one of the recent ones where I'm doing it in these crazy locations, because it's taken like such a long time to fill up the tub. And I'm like, I'll give you an example. I did one outside Nando's, and that was in do you know what Nando's is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a very popular restaurant in the UK, and that was like tense because it's in the city centre, and there was this water fountain that we had to. It was like 40 meters away, and we had to get these 2 mop buckets and keep filling it up and going and checking. Is there going to be police tell us to like kick us out? Because for some reason you're not allowed to do public things like that. But this part of like the barriers I like to break. I always like to push the boundaries, bro. That's something like part of my being.
TikTok is banned in India.
Yeah, is that right? TikTok is banned in India.
Yeah. It's been, I think, if I'm not wrong, maybe 4 years or more than that, 4 to 5 years.
You're missing out, bro. You're missing out.
Yeah. If I would say, what was the craziest fan interaction that you had? Craziest fan interaction.
Okay, yeah. I've had some nice ones, bro. For me, it always means so much to me as well. Like when people recognize me, because they're coming up to me and recognizing me for the right reasons. You know what I mean? It's like in other examples, maybe people don't like to be recognized, but for me, people always come up to me and say, bro, I'm taking cold showers because of you. You changed my mental health. Like, I've always wanted to meet you because I wanted to say thank you. I'm like, oh my God, that is mad. But yeah, I think the craziest one was very early on as well. I was in this random place in the countryside, bro. Random place. And these group of kids walked past me and they were like, oh my God, it's that guy, the ice bath guy. And I was like, yeah. Hella kids asking me for pictures and that. So that was crazy because it was the first time it ever happened as well. So I was like, whoa, like it was such a shock. But yeah, man, like I said, I really love it, bro, because to me, it's all about the people. The people is everything to me. So in real life, for someone to come up to me and say, you changed my life, bro, you know, bro, from seeing my content, and like that is everything to me.
Usually that we can say it's not always the positive point, it's also negative point. Is there anyone or any fan or any person who came to you and maybe kind of abused you or kind of clashed with you or whatever?
You know what? Thank God, I've had nothing negative in real life. Maybe the only thing was once when I was with my family, people were shouting at me from across the road, and sometimes you can't tell if it's positive or negative. But it was a bit, it made me uncomfortable because I was with my mum and my sister.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the only time. But if someone came up to me showing love and I was with my mum and my sister, it's all good. But because I didn't know you shouting from across the road, that made me uncomfortable, a bit nervous. So that's the only time.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of negativity online though. In real life, people don't come and
Exactly.
say these things to your face. They don't do that. But online, like my comments, you can go have a look, bro. My comments are full of them. But it's all good, man. I'm at peace with it because it just makes me think, okay, I've got a bigger job to do. My job is to change the world. These people are unhappy. So it's part of my job to make these people happy where they don't feel like they have to do that anymore. So that's my perception of it. It's like, okay, it's just more lives I need to change. If they feel so insecure, so unhappy that they're gonna spread hate on someone's video that they don't even know, then clearly there's something wrong in their personal life. And I want to help change that because that's what I'm here to do. That's what God sent me here to do.
So as you mentioned that you motivate people and even you mentioned about the hate speech and everything that you like usually face. So tell me what do you think how people can or how upcoming creators can get pumped up and ignore this hatred thing? Because they usually face anyone who is trying something different from the group, he usually face hate or he usually face like obstructions or kind of doubt feeling or suggestions. Because my mom say one thing, the only thing that you get for free is suggestions from the people in this world. So people usually say that don't do this thing, do that thing, you are not made for this, you are made for that. And sometimes, I think most of the time, those new creators or those new upcoming stars, they get diverted to a different direction. So how do you feel, like how do you think they can motivate themselves and they can get a thought in their mind that you should do what your heart says and you should like not follow someone else? So what are your words about that? What do you think about that?
I would say you have to follow what's in your heart. And the strongest reason I can give for that is my own example, which is people told me content can't be your real job because I'm a university graduate as well. And I did that for my family. And I never really wanted to have a corporate job. But even once I finished university and I got the highest possible qualification that you can get here, it's like, okay, now go and get a proper job. Content can't be your full time, or it's going to take you a very long time. Maybe you can do both at the same time. My own family is saying this, my friends are saying this, but you have to be so clear. It's like when you're a spiritual person, when you know yourself, you can feel, you can go off that feeling. And you have to have the belief that this feeling is from the divine. It's not by accident, right? And it's like, are you going to choose the divine, or are you going to choose the insecurities and projections of other people? Because that's all it is, bro. People say, oh, do something normal. People say, slow down, because that's their own fears, bro. That's their fears that they're projecting onto you. Really, they never had the bravery. They never had the courage to overcome the anxiety and the doubt. So they're trying to just project that onto you. But it's up to you to overcome it. And then if I listen to what people said, bro, if I listen to what people said, right now, we wouldn't be having this conversation, because I would be working my 9 to 5 job in an office, hating my life,
Wow.
because I've got all them hours spent working for somebody else, right? Which, you know what, I'm also not discrediting anyone's 9 to 5 hustle or grind. I'm not. But that was not my dream. So if I listen to people about going down traditional routes, I wouldn't be living this dream. Me and you having this conversation, this is the dream. And it's all because I blocked out them, and I knew if I persevere, and I had that feeling from God, and I trusted and I had faith in God. And then secondly, bro, if I listen to people, I would not be a musician right now, because once I became a successful content creator, bro, this was my toughest battle. Every single friend, every single family member, stick to content, stick to motivational content, stick to doing the ice bath videos, grow that. Everyone told me, don't try and become a musician, because in England, every other person's a rapper. Every person wants to be a musician, everyone, right? So people saw me as, oh, he's just, you know, trying to be one of them. So even my own friends, everyone just was anxious themselves, projecting their insecurities of trying new things, and like, nah, bro, like, they wanted the best for me. Don't get me wrong, bro. I'm not saying they're out to get me. They're trying to, they were trying to protect me. They were, but they didn't know what I knew.
So you don't ruin that creative field if you step in this musician
Exactly.
field.
Yeah, so they had my best interests at heart. They wanted to protect me. They wanted the best for me. But I knew that music was my destiny. I knew that, because I could feel from the songs I was writing were coming from above. And this whole journey, they didn't know about, I've been writing this music since I was in primary school. They didn't know about how these visions I've had of me performing on stage. They didn't know that. But I knew that if I work hard enough, like, everyone will have to accept that this guy is for real. And if I make sure that the music is at a level where it's, oh, right, he doesn't sound like a content creator who's tried music. He sounds like an artist. Then everyone would see, and the proof would be in the product, and the proof is now there. And if I didn't block them thoughts out, the proof would never have been there. We wouldn't be having this conversation.
Wow. So as you told that you performed on different stages, I think so. You performed at different stages. So what was your most favorite, I can say, most favorite and least favorite performance, or maybe the place?
Good question as well, because I have two very clear, one really bad one and one incredible one. So the really bad one, I've only performed in total 3 times, right? And the really bad one was my second performance, right? And I was ill. I had COVID. I was so ill, but I didn't want to pull out because it was in front of 350 people, and it was at a boxing charity event. And we've been, you know, it's been prepared for so long now, and I knew I could not pull out no matter what. But on the day of the event, like, bro, I couldn't even talk. And then imagine I go to the event and I had to meet and greet everybody there as well. So I'm like using up my voice and more and more and more. And then I did this performance in front of everyone, and vocally, it was a very weak vocal performance because I was breathless. And for me as well, I like to jump around a lot on stage. So imagine my lungs were already feeling in a bad way, and I'm jumping around, and I was like, and I like to perform with only the instrumental behind me. I don't perform with the song lyrics playing. I perform with only the instrumentals. So it's like, I did set myself a big challenge. But honestly, bro, when I watched back the videos, my energy was there, but my vocal performance was really bad, and I was upset with myself. However, over time, I knew that this was going to be the show that I learned the most from by a mile. Straight away, I knew that, like, okay, in my long-term career, you always need these moments where you're really under the weather, you're really challenged, because you only learn from the challenges. Everyone knows that. So I thought it's going to benefit me in the long term for sure.
So do you play any instrument?
No, I don't. You know, I don't actually play. I'm learning to play the guitar, and I'm learning to play the keys as well. But for me, it's like I never grew up playing an instrument. It was just this is my instrument. I always tried to. I never used to be able to sing as well. So I was actually like, can hear myself when I was a kid. I've got recordings. And I was quite a bad singer, bro. I'll be honest, I had no nice notes. It was very like tone deaf, not a good singer. I wanna make a Punjabi song at some point in my life, bro. At some point in my life. So that's but I have to learn the language first, you know what I mean?
I will make you learn few words too. How do you greet in Punjabi? You know that, or I should teach you?
So I don't actually know how to say hello in Punjabi.
Sat Shri Akal.
Sat Shri Akal.
Sat Shri
Shri
Akal.
Sat Shri Akal.
Yes.
Yeah. Sat Shri Akal.
Yes.
मैं थोड़ा सा पंजाबी बोल सकती हूँ.
बोल सकती हूँ. Wow.
थोड़ा सा. मैं पंजाबी बहुत बकवास है.
आप हिंदी में बता रहे हैं कि आपकी पंजाबी बहुत बकवास है.
आप समझ आए?
समझ आया. I think आपको भी समझ आया शायद.
So what's your last message to the people, how they can get motivated to do something different in their, like whatever in their field are?
Okay, I just want to say then, to any upcoming artist, upcoming content creator, whatever it is, whatever field it is, young and hungry, you feel like you want to achieve something big, but you're struggling with that belief. That I would say there's a very simple formula in life with perseverance and work rate, right? If you work harder than anyone else, by wanting it more than anyone else, and you combine that with perfect faith, right, that your hard work will pay off.
Cool but man, I master Black Bane. You and me will never be the same. Never. Or you're not really entertained. I've been through way too much pain. This is my world, forget about Wayne. Lads love smoking a different strain. Man, I got contacts up in Spain. Get stuff transported like Sully and the Shane.
You might be old chopper in your own head, but you ain't to me.
Then the law is simple that the results will come. But you have to believe it hard enough so that you keep on working, because there's going to be many days, there's going to be many weeks and months where you see zero results. But if you believe enough that this is your path, if you believe enough in God, and you know what, like I know that I'm getting better and better, and at some point this will pay off. If you believe that enough, then it will, and you'll be able to keep going. So that's what I say. It's like, you know, there's going to be a lot of people on your journey who tell you to go other routes. That's going to happen over time. There's going to be a lot of times where you feel unmotivated, like you said, and you're gonna look at the world and think, how am I going to compete with AI? Oh my God, he's over there. How am I ever going to get there? There's going to be all these. The world is a scary place, man. You know, social media is a scary place. There's going to be a lot of times where these thoughts are flying around, but you got to detach from them thoughts and focus on the craft. The only thing that will last the test of time is your skill set. No one can take that away from you and your craft. And there's people who are putting in hour after hour after hour. I'm at a good level of success, people would say, but I'm still out here going, bro. I'm still out here working like I've just started, because there's levels, bro. So you have to be on that level, otherwise you're gonna get left behind.
You were listed as listed in the list of top 10 creators of Instagram.
Let's go.
Yeah. So what was that feeling?
That was crazy, bro. That was crazy, because obviously everyone else on the list has a lot more followers than me as well. So it's even more special, even more special to me that my competition or my peers were 300,000 followers, nearly 1 million followers. And the fact that they saw something in me, bro, you can't fake that. You can't fake that. That's energy. That's real. That's authenticity. That's vision that they're buying into through seeing me on a screen. Instagram are choosing your boy here as a top 10, bro. Do you know how many content creators there are, bro? You know how many content creators there are? Top 10, man. And that is like the biggest blessing and the biggest confidence boost. It's like, wow, if Instagram can recognize my craft, then I'm really onto something. Then people are feeling this through their screen and they notice me. And it's like, you can't really have a bigger confirmation than Instagram themselves, bro. So I'm mad grateful for that. I still think about it every day, like, wow, Instagram ticked off, Nike ticked off. Do you know what I mean? Give me more, bro. Give me more.
We will end this interview with you speaking Punjabi. You will end this interview speaking Punjabi. So let's get this. I want you to say, इस interview ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦੇਖਿਓ.
Say that again.
इस interview ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦੇਖਿਓ.
इस interview ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦੇਖਿਓ.
ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਆਣਾ. इस interview ਨੂੰ
इस interview ਨੂੰ
ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦੇਖਿਓ.
इस interview ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦੇਖਿਓ.
बहुत बढ़िया interview है. Like honestly, brother, best ever interview I ever had. I really enjoyed this thing.
Wow, bro, that's huge. I love to hear that, and you've done a lot. You've done a lot of interviews, but genuinely, bro, I mean that as well. I've never had this much fun doing an interview. I promise you that. I promise. I've never had this.
Thank
much
you so
fun.
much, brother.
Swear down, bro. This was a blast, bro. I loved it.
And I assure you, if you will ever come to Punjab, that thing will be craziest thing ever.
Mad, innit? Yeah. That would be nuts. That would be nuts. I have to make sure when I go to Pakistan, I've got to make sure I fit this in, bro. Have to. That would be sick.
For sure, brother. For sure.
Oh, good, bro. Oi, pleasure all mine, man. Swear down. Thank you so much for having me, bro. Top man. I swear down. Thank you so much for this, bro. Loved it. Take care, bro. In a bit.